Two men. One shares his favorite songs with the other. And while 3,000 miles separate them physically, when it comes to music, the Andromeda Galaxy is 2.5 million light years away from Earth. Roll that around in your pea brain for a while.
Hello, Internet, my dear and wonderful friend. This week, we are absolutely going to knock Chud gaga, because what I've got this time is a song by a group called Anvil. The song is called Metal on Metal. I've picked a bunch of obscure stuff because I thought he liked obscure stuff, but this is the song that pretty much every movie uses if they want to set a tone for heavy metal in the 80s. And that's exactly what Chud's all about. The lead singer of the band is named Lips. And his normal speaking voice is exactly the same as that of Bret the Hitman Hart. So Chud, being both a metalhead and a wrestling nerd, I'm kind of cheating here. And naturally, and as usual, there will be a link to the actual file so you can hear this glory for yourself and judge for yourself. Let's watch Chud enjoy himself.
Okay, kids, here goes the next song. Anvil. Okay, that's cheating.
Well, that didn't take long.
He's picked an old school metal band. And their best song at that.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have a head nod.
I know he's heard me say I watched the documentary and it's great and everybody should watch it. Because these guys are just total hosers. You look up the word hoser in the dictionary, and there's a picture of Lips from Anvil there. And some pretty dopey vocals on this song when it's not live. I mean, in the documentary, they're complete hosers. They're eating their craft dinner. You know, they're out and about. And it's funny because the singer is completely oblivious to what fucking nuggets those guys are.
Chud is really cutting me to the quick here. Allow me to explain that, believe it or not, I've actually met these guys. So this week's episode is I've got a personal stake in. Anvil was passing through my neck of the woods and had to touch down to do a contractual obligation in a hole-in-the-wall bar that admittedly has seen such acts as the Dillinger Escape Plan and Cinderella. So, it wasn't that small a venue. And we were the band I was in at the time, Zadok's Eternal Circus, got to be one of the bands that opened up for them and filled the bill out. And every stereotype you can think of about Canadians turns out to be absolutely true. These guys had every right to be as bitter as IPA beer that's been soaked in battery acid and burn the place down. It was a Thursday night for reasons unknown to me, and they wound up playing basically for the other bands and the other band's girlfriends. But they were they actually seemed thrilled to be there and playing. They were very polite. I got to shake everybody's hand. They were nice. And not for one single instant did they phone it in. Blew the whole building right off the planet. And I have a lot of respect for people who do that. So I have a lot of respect for these guys.
And I mean this all in a loving way, because Anvil deserves love for keep slogging through the most soul-crushing, ego-destroying scenarios as witnessed in the documentary.
All right, look outside and make sure the earth didn't crack in half. Chud and I have just agreed on something.
I think Anvil's... I think it's kind of like a retard not shitting in the bowling lane. You know, they sound American, so they were given, like, the discount, you know? And that's why people like them.
Come on, man. These guys are like the Canadian Guns N' Roses.
Uh, their drummer's really good.
That's very true. The drummer I had in the band I mentioned earlier was an enormous fan of Rob Reiner. Wound up getting a signed drum head and a couple of sticks. He was in heaven for like the next 2 years.
If I heard this when I was a kid, when I was discovering like Metallica and Sex Pistols and stuff like that, I would think these guys were total cheeseheads. It
Woo! Go Packers!
reminds me of once when my science teacher plops a Wasp cassette, Fuck Like a Beast Live, onto my desk. And he goes, "Here's your cassette back." And I go, "This is not mine." "Yes, it is. Don't bullshit me." And I go, "I would never listen to this. This is garbage."
All of which makes me wonder, did Wasp ever do a double bill with Stryper?
You know, I was like an uppity metal connoisseur. You know, I liked Voivod. I liked more obscure metal bands.
So maybe I should hit him with a little Billy and the Boingers.
These guys, if they were put on, I'd be like, this is a fucking joke. Now as an adult, I don't know, a little bit of irony-like to them. I don't want to talk too much shit about them because if you saw the documentary, God hates Anvil. God hates them so much. So they're telling me to keep on rocking, but guess what I'm gonna do?
No. Next week, definitely.